Hey there, Scorpios. This is your February 2019 reading. I've broken out a new spread for you guys. As always, I'm going to channel Spirit's message for you, just what they want you to hear for this month. I've done a little bit of what's your current soul level lesson, what's your current human level lesson, what's the energy that's challenging it, past, current, future. And I also did a little spread for love, a little spread for money, and a little spread for spiritual growth. So Scorpios, without further ado, let's get to it. Scorpios, you're learning to be. You're learning to be. You're learning to be in the moment. You're learning that even if someone else lobs an insult at you, ducks off the water's back. No harm, no foul. Oh, so they want to throw that insult at me? Okay. You're starting to learn that it's not personal. You're starting to learn that you get to realize who you listen to and who you don't. You're really waking up to an empowered state of being, Scorpio, that just because they may say something that stings you, you don't need to sting them back. Gone are the days of tit for tat, Scorpio, because you're starting to learn what's called the ego. The ego is something that keeps you alive. It's the human side of you that tastes, touches, smells, sees. You see a car coming, you know you need to cross the street and get out of the way. That's the healthy side of the ego. There's also the other side of the ego where you're being run by your thoughts. We'll use a blunt example for you. A lot, not so much in this day and age, but previously, if a woman slept with a man and it was her first, it was, I have to stay with him. The ego could kick in if, say, it's an abusive guy and she needs to get out. Her ego might take over and go, but I'm a good wife if I stay. That's the ego. Another way the ego could play out is, and the book you guys might like for that one is Eckhart Tolle, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose, is you're really learning to let go of just because someone lobs an insult, just because someone says something displeasing, just because someone doesn't like something you do, that it means nothing about you. That's the ego that you're learning right now. Just because someone says something mean doesn't mean it actually means anything to you. The few times where Kelly gets mean comments, she just kind of writes back, well, I guess I'm just curious why you're spending time on a video that you're saying that's helping you. Do you see how there was no taking it personal? There was just, hon, I think you need to reevaluate your life as to why you're spending your time on a video that you hate. Why are you spending your time there? That's what you're going through this month, Scorpios. And they're saying to go ahead and read the tarot cards for y'all. I can't see the chat, guys. So the people who are catching it live, I love you bunches. Big hugs. I can't see the chat, though. I hope YouTube fixes that, though, because I would love to go live and do some mini reads for people. But I got two more videos after this one to make. Okay, guys. So in terms of, okay, this is actually me. It's a month for you of like closing one chapter of your life so you can start a new one. Because check it out, your soul of the lesson is 8 of Earth upright, Ace of Pentacles upright. So for some of you, this is you're learning a new relationship with money, but it's also about a new start to the way that you navigate life, and it's about not taking responsibility for others. You are not responsible for others. You have a responsibility to show up in your best energy, to show up with a clear mind, to show up with good intentions, but you are not responsible. So that's your soul level lesson. But what's going on the human level is that it's like you don't see how you can start this new phase of your life. So you're feeling the yearn for more, the pull for more, the pull for the healthy relationship with money. But let me give you an example of how this is one way that it might be playing out in your life. I know for a lot of people, this is kind of like the liberal versus conservative debate in the US. But a lot of people, when they're like liberals, and not saying all liberals, one mindset, and I'm not saying whether I'm liberal or conservative. One mindset, though, is if you have money, that makes you evil. What? Only rich people vote that way. How could you not vote for that? Only the rich, evil white people vote that way. There's a fear of if I make money, it says something about me. So your soul is yearning to start a new adventure for life. It could be money. It's very likely what was already said about you're not responsible for others. You have a responsibility. But right now, your ego's getting in the way of, Wait, but if I have a lot of money, that makes me evil. No, not true. Guys, I have met some multi-millionaires, mega millionaires, like triple digit millionaires. They are the nicest people on this planet. They donate, they employ people, like they're nice. It took me a while to rewrite that though, but since it's the Ace of Pentacles followed by the Eight of Swords of what you're currently learning right now on the human level, you're starting to learn that what you want has no dictate of whether you're like evil, good, or bad. Okay. But this does mean on the human level, especially since you got the Five of Air, your challenge, it's probably a little bit of mental anguish right now, a little bit of mental struggle, a little bit of you defining, wait, is this good or is this bad? This can often happen for people when you first leave your parents' household, when you first graduate college, and you really have to define what your value system is. It can be a time period of you're starting to recognize, wait, that's the way my parents lived their life. That's not how I want to live my life. Because I can tell you guys, my parents have a very scrape by money mentality way that you're living life right when you're eating out of a cans and beans and clipping coupons and savings. So when they see my lifestyle, they're like, what the hell are you doing? You're making videos and you make money. Like, they don't get it. I had to be okay with like overcoming that barrier. You got to be okay with overcoming that barrier too, because your challenge this month is the Five of Fire, which is competing goals. So because your soul is yearning for more, to enjoy life more, to experience more, to grow, and all of that, but your human level mind's kind of getting in the way. And you're very likely outgrowing your parents' way of living life, society's way of living life. So this is like huge what you're going through, because you're kind of breaking like I don't want to call it karmic, but for a long time, you've had the belief system that a certain way of doing things meant you were a good human being, and you're completely rewriting that. So be gentle on yourselves this month, Scorpios. Be gentle on yourselves. Because it looks like what happened in the recent past for you. You got the King of Fire reversed. So this is the King of Wands reverse. So like your confidence was knocked. And as a funny example, if I can give you of like you're rewriting the belief system of your parents in your childhood, is in my family, the way that you showed love to grandma was if you ate 2 plates of her food. Okay, there was also my parents who, oh, it's so hard to not eat cookies and brownies. So if I ever didn't eat a cookie and a brownie, it made them feel like they were just lazy and incompetent. So they were like, eat it, eat it. So if I didn't eat sugary crap, it meant that they were lazy and bad. So I had to eat it. So I got 2 messages from a very young age for the first 18 years of my life. You got to overeat. You got to overeat. Okay. So that's what this is saying, is you're outgrowing old belief systems taught to you by your parents, but it's really making you doubt of whether you're a good person or a bad person. So later when I went to college and I got invited over to someone's house for a potluck style food, there was so much food there. And I had that drive to, I got to eat this stuff and know I appreciate being there. And he made a comment of like, whoa, slow down, Kelly. Isn't that like plate 3 or 4? I'm like, I know, but I got to show you that I like being here. And he's like, no. I made enough so everyone could eat a lot, but this was also going to be my food for the week. And I remember feeling ashamed and embarrassed in that moment. You had a very similar moment of your confidence being knocked. And I remember going home, I was like, wait a second, was I being evil? Was I bad? Did I just overeat food? Like, your confidence was knocked about the way you navigate the world. So be okay with that though, guys, because those moments of when you have that little confidence shake and breakdown, it's what allows you, once you recognize your ego, that it means nothing about you, it reflects nothing about you. The way I overate didn't reflect me and my value system, but it gave me an awareness for how I used to value food and love, so that I'm then empowered to create a new way. And the new way for me happened to be, well, I want to eat until my belly's full. That's what I want to work towards. When it's full, I want to stop. So you're in the process of creating your value system for how you want to navigate the world. Yeah, check it out. And in the current moment, 10 of Fire, 10 of Swords, you're recognizing that the old way of doing things is over. Be okay that you're going through something new. Be okay that you might feel uneasy as you go through this, because you're really recognizing how I'm currently doing things isn't working. I don't know how to do it yet. So here's a fun little exercise that I learned. I think Jack Canfield taught my coach. My coach taught me, if you clasp your hands together, notice what hands are on top. Clasp it so that the other hand is on top. And when you first do it, it will feel awkward. It will feel weird. It will feel new. After you hold it for about 2 minutes, the neurons and the electrons and the protons and your nervous system get used to this, so this will feel normal. Know that that's just the same thing, but you're doing it on an emotional level right now. Like, yeah, I did used to define success as being that person who worked out 7 days a week, 2 hours every day. Now, though, I'm starting to recognize that you can work out 6 days a week, an hour, and it's okay if I gain 2 pounds. It's like closing the chapter of one area of your life so you can open the chapter of a new one, Scorpio. That's what this month is all about for you. Going into the future, it does look like there's gonna be a lot of energy moving for you guys this month. A lot of energy, a lot of like, am I good? Am I bad? A lot of that stuff. But it does look like you're on the right path, because you got the 10 of Earth reversed. So 10 of Pentacles reversed. So it means that you're on the right path, that you are going to make huge strides towards recognizing that, no, you're not crazy. No, you're not silly. You're not lazy. You're not stupid. You're going to realize you're not that stuff. And you're really going to start defining your new way of being. Because it's not upright, though, you're not quite going to get to the pot of gold at the end of rainbow. But it means that you're going to be heavily on the right track and the path for really developing that core sense of who you are. Yeah, my parents like tattoos. I don't really like tattoos. You're going to get to the point of being able to say that confidently, knowing that it means nothing about you and nothing about them personally. So overall, it's going to be a good month. I know that when you go through that, and give me a comment afterwards, Scorpio, so I can come back and read your comments. What's going on for you guys? As you're going through it, this can feel like a complete upheaval. So just know that and be gentle and kind on yourself. Just be like, give yourself a little self-hug, give yourself a little rub and go, it's okay that you feel a little uneasy. We're redefining something new. Or like, another personal example I could give you guys is my parents pretty much taught me how to under-negotiate getting a job and how to work overtime for free. So I literally held myself out of college when I was mounted by my student loan debt. It's like, hey, it's okay, Kelly, that you don't know how to negotiate a salary. You got to self-soothe and self-validate. It's okay that you don't know that. And it's okay that you're mad that you didn't learn it. It's okay that you see you're a little jealous of other kids who grew up with that. They're making the 100K, 150K when you're like fucking struggling, making like minimum wage over here. Like, that's okay. That's your starting point. But you're a big girl. You're an adult. You can be your own mom. You can be your own dad. And then I Googled, how do you negotiate a salary? Jesus, I read like 20 articles. I watched like 20 YouTube videos. Sure enough, it worked. And I made $15,000 more at the next job I worked at. So you guys can do it. Know, though, that a lot of emotions can come up. Okay, so it was love, money, spiritual growth. Okay, so in terms of love this month, there might be a reconciliation with someone in the past because you got the Judgment upright. But it kind of looks like, okay, it's more in terms of love for your life that you're going to get a renewed sense of hope that love is possible. Because you got the 8 of Water reversed, which is the 8 of Water upright is the walking away card. When it's reversed, there's a little part of you that like doesn't want to walk away, that doesn't want to let go yet. But you also got the 2 of Air reversed. 2 of Air upright is I'm at a stalemate. I don't want to make a decision. When it's reversed, you're like being the ostrich, sticking your head in the ground. I don't want to make a decision. So overall, you're definitely at a phase in your love life. There is a chance for renewal with someone. There might be reconciliation. Very likely, how do I say this? Like, you're definitely just going to get to a phase. You're going to process some emotions and get to a phase where you more feel like a renewed sense of hope for love. You're not going to get the crazy you're going to start feeling that hope like, hey, not all men are crazy narcissists, or hey, not all women are gold diggers. Just being a little stereotypical there. But you're going to process emotions, realize you're stuck, stagnant, you're pining after like an ex-lover, but you're going to get a renewed sense of hope that love can be possible. So this is where if you guys are going through that, you need a renewed sense for hope. Sometimes when I was there, I used to like Google or YouTube lovey-dovey couples and just watch their little videos on YouTube. It kind of gave me like okay, love is out there. Right now, I'm still just getting over my ex. So know that this month, there's a slight chance in your love department for reconciliation. It's more about emotional growth for you getting that renewed sense of hope, that love, that connection, that airy, fairy love, all that and a bag of chips is possible for you. Okay, in terms of money this month, okay. Okay, so you have a lot going on. It's kind of like, and for your money, to make money this month, you're doing too much at once right now. You have too many pots on the stove that you're trying to heat up right now. So you've got too much going on right now. And then you've got it followed up by the King of Air reversed by the Emperor. So it kind of looks like this is more about a month for you of you starting to recognize and step into, you know what, I expect more from myself. Depending where you're at, it might be, I expect to have 3 months of rent saved up. I expect to have 3 years worth of money saved up. You're really going to grow in your standards of what you expect. You're like, I don't know how. This is what I'm making right now. I know I want that yacht. I know I want a nicer apartment. I know I want an apartment with quieter neighbors. I know I want to buy a house. You're really going to rise in your standards for what you want out of yourself financially. So it's a huge month of growth for you because it looks like it's just you're kind of trying to do too many things all at once and not focusing in on one. Guys, it kind of is better if you focus in on one for a month or two, see where it works out. Do you like it? Is there getting traction? Go do it. Tackle one at a time versus trying to do all 10 at once. I didn't start 10 businesses at once. I started one. I said, I'm giving it 2 months. We'll see what happens. 2 months, it started working out for me. So you're spreading yourself too thin so that you can make the buku bucks. And it looks like there is a little bit, there's a confidence. There's like a confidence. And it's like you're in your head about money right now. But the combo of these two is going to get you to the point of really raising your standards for the type of livelihood that you want. So it's going to skyrocket the type of livelihood that you want. You're like, that might be for my law of attraction followers out there. It might be something like, I don't know how this is possible, universe, but I know I want 2 vacations a year. Make it happen. I'm not supposed to worry about the how. You worry about the how. How can I get the lifestyle where I have a little bit of a nicer apartment, a little quieter area? If I had it all my way, I would have an apartment that's quiet, that's bigger, and I would have 2 vacations. Make a list. If I could have it all my way, I would have this kind of a lifestyle. If you do one that's a significant jump, like let's say you make $30,000 and the lifestyle you write down is $500,000, know that you're on the journey. Don't just give up like, that's not possible, because then you'll never get it. If you go, I know that I want that. If you move up to 40, 50, 60, celebrate that and go, oh my God, I got savings. I have my debt paid down. It's on the path to being paid off. Celebrate that so that you'll keep going on the journey to get there. Okay. In terms, give me a comment afterwards. Do you guys like the new format, or do you want me to just like not do all 3, not do love, money, and spiritual growth, but maybe do more cards on the love, more cards on the money? Or do you like the overall soul level, human level lesson and the quick hit of each? Tell me, give me some feedback, guys. Okay, so in terms of your spiritual growth, spiritual growth is not happening for you this month. Spiritual growth is a mother effing no-go. Okay, the spirit guides are chiming in a little bit that it's really more about the emotional development for you guys this month, about you connecting to you and you defining your own value system. As you do that on the human level, then your mind will be clear to connect with us. Because it kind of looks like in terms of spiritual growth, there's just like, you think it's complex, you think it's hard, and it's kind of like, if I don't have it yet, then that means I'm not good enough. If I can't connect to spirit guides, and that it's kind of like you're using it as a reason to justify why you don't have the shit on the human level that you want. Guys, I got my first 2-year traveling experience without my spirit guides, just tapping into intuition. I don't know if I made a video yet on Intuition 101. I did do an empath series, though. You guys would probably really like that. They're 3 short 10-minute videos. Just type in Kelly Lunt empath. I think it might even be a playlist on my homepage. And there's 3 videos. I think I put the intuition exercise in there. And you guys will really like it because it's going to help you learn how to clear your energy and how to separate other people's energies from yours. And it tells a little bit about telepathy in there too. You guys will really like that given what you're going through. So don't worry about spiritual growth this month. More focus on feeling hopeful about love, and more focus on like kind of outgrowing the parental, the vibrational, the karmic energy, the past life energy. You're outgrowing a lot of that stuff this month. So I love you a bunch of Scorpios. I got 2 more videos to make, and then I'll just try to come on and make you guys general information videos, how to let go of an ex-boyfriend, how to get over a lover, how to negotiate. Like I'm gonna try to make all those videos for you guys. If you guys want, I am offering mediumship now. I've never offered mediumship publicly, so this is like me coming out of the mediumship closet. And I'm so happy to do that. If you guys want that, just go to kellylunt.com, the Work With Me tab, and you can book that. Once you book, I'll send you a link to schedule your calendar. I normally send the emails out in the calendar in midday the next day. As many people as you want could be on the phone call. Most of them last about 45 minutes. We can go up to an hour though. Whatever closure you need, whoever you want to be asking questions, like come around and let's do that. Okay, love you a bunch of Scorpio. Good luck. Bye.